Well, we're on the internet. Okay.
We're doing it
Hey.
live.
Yes. That's I usually stream to myself only and then record and then pretend people watch. But this time we're doing it live.
Oh.
Anyway, hello everybody. We're doing our Star Wars role playing as we always do without fail. Have never missed one time in close to a year. It's coming up on a year. And we've never missed. So anyway, we have the guys set off to get revenge on a guy that double crossed them. He has taken up with a group of pirates. And so they're going to kind of fake their way in and shoot their way out, I guess. We'll see. It's up to them.
We'll see.
There's an operation planned, and Druto's boss is a security firm owner, and he's got his reputation on the line, so he's bringing in a bunch of guns. Okay. Before we get started, did you guys have any questions about the plan? I feel like I might have not given all the detail in the briefing that I meant to.
Yeah. So
it's kind of hard to say.
So Ral was supposed to pose as a supply carrier and go in by himself, and then and then what happens?
Okay, so they figured out who was running supplies to these guys, like foodstuffs and so on,
right?
And they bought him out. So Ral's going to go in and basically like tell them some kind of story about how he's filling in for the other guy. But his job is to try to find out if Garvin Spasso's there, like try to lay eyes on him or get some kind of confirmation that he's there. That way, you know, if you hit the place and he's not there, he doesn't just run off. So that's kind of Ral's job in the thing. He does actually have foodstuffs and so on to drop off too. So like you've got a cargo. You're going to actually drop a cargo off there and ideally, you know, ask questions or whatever to try to find out what you need to.
I see.
Yes.
Yes, I see.
But not the stinky berries.
No plasma berries.
No plasma berries.
No vomit berries. And so then, like after, once you feel satisfied or feel like you have to get out, you just leave. And kind of like on your way to the edge of the system, you contact everybody else who's going to be hiding out somewhere. And then they will conduct the rest of the operation and you can join them, obviously.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't get that last time.
Yeah, I mean, but
I kind of felt like I don't know that all the details got in there. I don't know that they did. Blark would have given you all of the details, so we'll just pretend that he did instead of that he was as absent-minded as I was. I am not a professional security firm owner.
It comes to the same thing to Druto, though. He just waits until maybe he shoots at something. So that's kind of what it sounded like was their job. Like, there probably won't be a problem, but you're going to be there because we don't like this guy. And, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Did you guys have any more questions that you feel like I should have answered?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. So everybody was moving to a rendezvous in the Nalhutta system to meet up before you left. Let's see. So you guys, I think we spent a good bit of time showing all of the starfighters that aren't Drutos last time. And Druto now has access to all of their specs because he just kept asking, except for Zicalical. Zicalical was not forthcoming. So let's see. I will bring up a pictorial. Oh, I got to open it first. I can't share a screen that isn't open. What a drag. So how old is that terminology?
That's
Seriously.
a very good question.
What a drag. I feel like that's something that my grandparents would have thought was just a little bit too hip for them to say. Just a little bit. It's a window. It's a window, Harry.
It's a big red ship.
That's not a blockade runner, but sort of.
It is not a blockade runner. So out near the rendezvous point, a ship like this is waiting. It's not red and white. I may end up getting in there with GIMP and recoloring it at some point. But it's got the Gladaletta Armed Security Group logo splashed up on the side, like near the nose. If you have interest in the ship, let me know and you can roll your knowledge.
I have no interest in the ship.
Okay. it's a big one. It's not like massive, but it is a capital class ship. So let's see. Actually, let's see if I can put it in perspective.
Oh no. He's laughing.
I just saw something else I wrote down. So it's in the ballpark of 100 meters nose to tail. So roughly around a football field. A little bit shorter than a football field. Okay, so it's in orbit, and let's see. When do you guys plan to get there? I guess let's see. Druto would have taken off with everybody else.
Yep.
So I assume, are you following everybody else or just heading off to the coordinates by yourself?
I'm gonna head with everybody else.
Okay. So you get near, you see the ship on your way up, and you get an incoming comms.
Hello?
And you get a voice that says, Druto, I need you to join comms 13.5.
Okay. Was that Blark?
No, it's not.
Okay. Do I recognize the voice?
Roll your perception.
All right.
Oh yeah, dice room.
Oh, I rolled a 6.
Big roll.
If I can remember how to roll dice now.
Jim
you got a
wasn't in the room
16.
yet, so you have to re-roll it.
Right.
Right. So you got a 6.
I
you
rolled
rolled
a
a-
1 on that one. So 17.
17.
Yeah. Totally worth it.
So the voice, like, there's a little bit of distortion from it being over comms, but you think, hey, is that guy that was in the briefing, the military-ish guy? You're pretty sure
Okay.
that's who it was.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, and then I switch over.
Okay. So now you join into a group comms. And as you join in, you hear
Is my translator working?
yeah. It takes a little bit longer than usual to translate. And then it just says, so that in the very first one, totally gone. It kind of caught him mid sentence. And so,
Hello?
whoa, hey, Druto. Hey, are you ready, man?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, man. Like, remember, first to four.
Right. Right. Got it.
And then Blark comes over the comms and he's like, Bronk, now listen up. I like the attitude. But remember, we want to get through this without having to fight those pirates if possible. They're not our primary target. Once we get Spasso, we'll do whatever you want. And then you hear Zickaluk will come over and he says, yes, I want to kill them all. Pretty straightforward. And so after that, there's just a little bit of idle chatter. So Ral, you picked up your cargo.
Yes.
And you headed straight for the rendezvous.
Before I take off, I'm going to take like a marker or something and go to the supplies and write Garvin Spasso on one of the boxes.
Oh, okay. Do you have a pen? Do you have a space pen in your inventory?
I have a hyper Sharpie.
A hyper Sharpie.
It
made
cuts
out
through
of
the
genuine
box.
hyper squirrel dung. That you fished from the toilet. So okay, so you go back and you take one that's relatively easy to pick up, I assume.
I'll just write it on one of the ones that's actually hard to pick up.
Okay. And so you write Spasso on there or whatever.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Oh no.
And then I'm going to put a bomb in it. No.
You're giving me such ideas. You're giving me such ideas.
And then the mission ended before it started. but it was funny.
Okay, so you do that on the marker. You see Glorbo, the very svelte Gamorrean, sitting with his double seatbelt buckle in the crash couch or whatever it's called. It's a hyper couch.
That's what it is now. I think it's supposed to be an acceleration couch.
An acceleration couch.
It just got upgraded to a hyper couch.
Fantastic. Wow. Very well. So he kind of like watches you as you go to the back. And that's it. And I guess you go back to your cockpit from there.
Yeah, as I'm walking past him, I'll say, okay, let's go. Or we're getting ready to go. Yeah.
And you can check the translation on that if you want to.
I don't care what he's saying.
Okay. So All right, so you head up to the rendezvous,
Mm.
and as you're getting close, you get a hail on your comms.
Hey,
Ral, I need you to join comms 513.
can do. I will join comms. Whatever it said, 513.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a rotating identifying code anyway.
Gotcha.
So like as part of the comms to you, there would have been like some encryption keys and so on. Okay, so it's an encrypted channel. It's a little bit weird trying to bring Star Wars stuff into a modern context.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to think about stuff like, oh yeah, encryption.
It's
They would have
hyper-encryption.
done that. No. No.
There were references to encryption.
Yeah, there were, but if you look at the way that they used technology, it's it's almost like a Western in a lot of ways, where like the starfighter pilots are, they're almost like World War I and II fighter pilots. There's a lot of World War II and I inspiration in the design of some of the looks, like the Death Star Trooper helmets and so on.
Yeah, and the Imperial military uniforms.
Yeah, and if you look at like even the late World War II fighters, man, every bit of that was mechanical. They had a radio and everything else was mechanical. So you kind of get that feeling when you see the Death Star trench run scene. It's like, oh, he's got a frame rate of about 0.5 on his HUD, on his targeting reticle. The technology plays a very small part in the story.
It's true.
So it's kind of interesting trying to take things that would absolutely have to exist in their world based on what we know about technology now. But anyway, you've Ral has joined the comms channel, and when he joins, the thing that you hear is, "Well, I want to kill them all."
You and me both, buddy.
Yes, Ral, you have great cause against these people.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like this weird reptile.
My new best friend.
Yeah. Those two in a pilot co-pilot kind of buddy cop thing would be very boring. Very boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both people have relatively few words. Okay.
Oh man. But is that true if he gets drunk?
Apparently Ral opens up even when he's not drunk.
Yeah.
Just get a little bit of vinegar in him and he if you will recall.
Ral just likes to drink and complain. I mean, that's how he goes. Like it's like Pavlovian at this point.
Yikes. Yikes. Okay, so Blark cuts in on the comms and says, "All right, T-minus 5 minutes, everyone. Form up."
I'll form up.
And his ship kind of starts to orient on the vector that you guys are going to take. You're pretty much right at the hyperspace point, the jump point. Okay, does anybody want to do or say anything right before you go?
I do not.
Okay. So the time comes and everybody jumps out to the next system. The total number of jumps is like 5, something like that. It's not too many, but there's a couple of longer ones. And so the jumps are uneventful. You're traveling through mostly pretty decently traveled space at this point. And then you get to the point where you're going to head off towards the pretty much uninhabited areas, like the really untraveled areas. And so at this point, Blark comes in over the comms again and says, "Okay, Rao, you head on in. We're going to be hiding behind the third moon of the 5th planet.
Third moon of the 5th planet. Okay. Yeah. I got this.
Make sure you can get out. Make sure you can get out and get us at comms if you're in trouble."
Yep, will do.
All right. Good luck.
Okay.
And I assume you head on your way.
I do. I head on my way.
Okay. So from this point, there's a couple of jumps. You'll head to kind of like an intermediate system, and then off to one that it's one of those systems that's like letters and numbers. It's XV7571. It's been surveyed, and that's about it. So you head off on your jumps. I do. Is Druto still here with us? I'll get back to his part in a minute. Yeah, your mic's still on, just so you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll do Druto's part now. So Rao jumps out, and Blark comes back on and says, "All right, everyone. You've got your coordinates as well. We're going to have to do this nice and tight to make sure we end up exactly where we need to be. We put a lot of time into these calculations to make sure they were precise. So everyone be on your mark. Be ready to go. We're all going to be in the shadow of the moon, and we should be out of their sensor detection range. Any questions?" Good. All right, here we go. And so everybody else, which is Blark's ship and the 4 starfighters, all head off along their separate hyperspace route, like their separate jump. I'm going to stop sharing here in a second. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so Rao, you get into the target system XV7571. And you have kind of rough coordinates of where you're supposed to go. There's like a pretty busted up planetoid with no atmosphere, but it does have an orbit around the star. It would be like the 4th planet in the system, except that it's not a planet. It's not classed as a planet. So that's where you're supposed to go.
Okay. I'm supposed to go to the busted up not a planet?
Correct.
Okay. Well,
anything you want to do on your way?
I'll just keep my sensors going and just keep a lookout because there's pirates about.
Okay. So you're running your sensors, and you're headed on in, and you pick up a signal on your sensors. It's a relatively large structure. Looks like it's metallic, which is why it has like a special ping on your sensors. Like, hey, this could be made by an intelligent species, artificial. And it's big, but not massive. And so as you're coming in a little bit closer, you can see it looks like like a broken off piece of a space platform.
I'm going to scan it with my scan ores.
In what mode?
I don't know what modes there are.
So you can do like there's passive, which is just kind of like that's the least that you can do. And then there's I think it's called active, which is more likely to reveal you if you're doing that, but it can also reach out further. And then there's like I forget the name, but it's like directed. You'll aim it at an arc. And then there's focused. And focused will give you the most information. But then typically people, if they have any kind of sensors of their own, they're going to be able to tell you're basically scanning them.
Okay. I guess I'll use the.
So basically, what I'm asking you is, how much attention do you want to be drawn back on how you're scanning them? As a pilot that's able to use sensors, you would kind of know this.
Okay. I would probably not use focus. I would probably just be trying to confirm whether this is the place I'm supposed to go or if it's something else. Or if it's like the pirate drop off or something.
This is not the location that you're headed for. So in the briefing, they did mention that there was like a busted up piece of a station, which is where they based their starfighters.
Okay. So did they say that that my destination was actually on the planetoid or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they totally included those details in their thorough briefing.
And they're very incredibly thorough briefing.
It's in the brochure.
In that case, I'll just do I guess kind of a cursory scan of it. Whatever that means. Like I'm not trying to draw a lot of attention to myself.
Uh-huh. So let's say that it wouldn't be weird for you to like I think it's called search is that mode where you turn it into an arc and it covers like a 90-degree arc. And so it wouldn't be weird for you to turn sensors like that onto them as you're passing by.
Okay.
And that's kind of like the most directed and information gathering mode you could use without obviously like trying to dig into them.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
All right. Roll your sensors.
So do I do sensors or sensors plus a skill? Like I've got a rating on my ship.
Sensors is a skill.
Okay.
Mine
What's
has
the rating
3
on your
separate.
Yeah, it has a different dice code for passive, scan, search, and focus.
And I believe that's like a target difficulty for using that mode.
For using the mode? Well, I mean it's a dice code.
I know. It's kind of like a I'll look up the rule on it to make sure I am being precise.
Okay.
Yeah, mine has 4 different dice codes.
And that's for the 4 different modes.
Right. So like my search is 70/2D+1. Whatever that means. I
thought it was range, but I'm not sure.
There's also a range. The dice is not the range, but yeah, there is also a range on it. Spacecraft systems.
So
shields, sensors.
what attribute
ahead.
does sensors fall under?
It's the same as your piloting. So mechanical.
Okay. Mechanical.
Yeah. So scan, I think. I'm not going to read that. We know what the different modes are. I just don't remember what the names for each mode are.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll just roll my mechanical then.
I was thinking you told me before that scan was 360 or spherical, whatever, and search was arced, and then focus was really specific.
Yeah, and that's probably correct. I just don't remember the names right now. I just think of them in terms of what they're supposed to do.
Oh, I rolled a 6.
Nice.
Great job, Hamstray.
So 16.
Yeah, this is gonna bother me until I look it up.
We must know these rules.
What did
I
we
must
do?
know in intimate detail. Hold on just a minute. Hold on a second.
He needs to search so hard he turned off his camera and his microphone.
It's a serious search.
Very, very serious.
It's resource intensive. Gotta.
He had to end his stream to compute all of the variables.
Yes.
And its complexities.
Ah.
Oh my goodness, he's back. Did you compute it?
Yeah, I wasn't doing a line of coke.
That's excellent that you are definitely not doing that.
Why are we even talking about this? I don't get the joke. Yeah, so it's it looks like it is a threshold. It's like a detect versus identify threshold. Tell me what the stats are on your sensors.
So I was doing search, I guess. So that's 70 70/2D plus 1.
So 2D plus 1, I believe, is going to be the threshold for detecting. But regardless, you rolled well enough. So you're not doing like a focused scan on the thing. You're just kind of scanning at them, basically. And so you pick up that there's power present on the platform piece of a platform. There is power there. Seems like probably some life signs on there. You're not that close. Like you're kind of, not at the edge of your sensors, but kind of near the edge of your sensors. And you could try focusing on them, but anyway, we've already gone over that. So it's an active piece of a former space platform.
Gotcha.
And so you just what do you do as a result of the information?
No,
I'm gonna ram it.
I'm gonna kick it with my starship.
Oh.
I'm going to make a note of its position and fly on towards my destination.
Okay. So you fly on, and maybe a couple of minutes after you've passed by, you pick up a new contact on your sensors, and
Yep.
it seems like a couple of somethings are headed towards you from the location of the part of a platform.
From the part of a platform.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to keep flying in the direction I think I'm supposed to go, towards the planetoid or whatever.
Okay. So you're flying in that direction, and they're gaining on you, and they're gaining on you, and there may be, say, 30 space units behind, which I think translates to like, I'm not going to guess. They're a few rounds of combat away from you.
Okay.
And you get a hail on your comms.
Do I know the name of this place I'm supposed to be delivering to?
You haven't been given a name, no. There's no like official records of the place.
Gotcha.
Like there's a scientific designation of the planetoid from the survey and all that. But like there's no common name for the thing because there's no one to call it anything.
Gotcha. Well, I'll answer the hail. Oh, hey, didn't see you back there.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Hey, it's this is Imperial Customs. You need to pull over. We're gonna inspect your ship for stolen goods and merchandise.
Oh, come on, man. I don't have any stolen goods. All I've got is a bunch of food. Needs to go to, the people who ordered it.
Get food? Stolen food.
It's not stolen food. Okay.
Okay. What? Why are you here?
What, they didn't tell you?
What? No.
I'm delivering the supplies this time.
Oh, like the minty fresh and the blue milk.
Yeah, I got like 3 boxes of that.
It comes in boxes. Okay, yeah. All right. Hey, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let them know you're coming.
All right. So they didn't tell me exactly where I'm taking this stuff. Where am I going here?
It's up on Rock 3, or is it 4? Rock 4.
Rock 4.
Yeah, you're headed right at it.
Okay. Well, I thought I was just checking with you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Excellent liar, Raul.
Oh man.
And so maybe 30 seconds or so passes, and then a couple of craft come by, like they pass you and they're headed off towards your target planetoid.
Gotcha.
And you can track them on your sensors if you want.
I will do. I will do.
You can kind of like
exactly.
mark them to like for your sensors to track their course and so on.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. So they pass you, and you're able to bring them up on your scopes if you want.
I might as well.
Okay. So you get a really good look at their very mismatched white eyes.
White eyes. So the
I'm
inverse
sorry.
of
Yes.
Druto's craft.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, white eyes is what they are.
Mm.
It is a Y-wing body with TIE fighter panels.
Oh man, those are the worst. They're so ugly.
They're amazingly ugly.
They're pretty bad. Yeah, like their good attribute is that their body's relatively tough, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you follow them, and
Raoul will remark to himself, just like, it's like a reverse Druto. Huh.
and yikes. And so you're able to track their course and kind of like see the direction they headed, to which side of the planetoid, and so on.
Mm.
If you were to compare it to Earth, imagine if you split Earth in half and then you smashed up one half into a bunch of like state-sized pieces, and then the other half is kind of like pitted and scarred and so on, and there's no atmosphere. That's about what this planetoid looks like. So you're able to track where they went and follow after them.
Yep.
And you can tell when you get there because like a structure comes up on your sensors, and it's you can call it like a planet base that has a magnetic field over their cargo bay, and the two fighters have like gone inside of there. The two white eyes have gone inside of there.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll head towards the base.
Okay. And so you get a hail on the comms.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, okay, we got it cleared for you. Yeah, just sit down to the left. No, to the right. Sit down to the right. Let's see this. Yeah, the right. Yeah, it should be good. And like, I'll get the blue milk when you get off of there.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, so the comm closes. So you're able to get down there, and it looks kind of like a tight fit, but you're able to get into the cargo bay. Did you say something? Because you kind of froze, or did I?
I think you did.
Or was it me? Fantastic. All right. So you're able to sit down. What do you do?
I'll hop up and start heading back towards the cargo hold, and say, "Hey, Garbo," to the Gamorrean. Hey, Garbo, we're here.
He kind of looks at you, and he's just kind of looking at you, kind of expecting an answer.
Am I familiar with his language at all?
So it's really common in the Nalhutta system. So you might be able to pick up some. If you have your data pad, it'll translate.
Yeah, I'll just look at the translator then.
Yeah. So he said to you, yeah, just tell me when to start killing them.
Well, unfortunately, it might not be us, but we'll see how it goes.
Like, oh? It's kind of hard to tell because there's a lot of extra tissue on his face, but he looks confused. Okay, so he undoes his stuff and kind of like figures out how to get his Gamorrean body up onto his feet and picks up his very large blastery looking thing.
All right. Well,
okay.
I'll
Go ahead.
Head on back to the cargo bay with him and lower us down on the cargo elevator.
Okay. Boarding ramp is still up.
It was. I guess I should lower that too. Just in case.
Your call.
Yeah, I think I will do that. I'll drop the ramp.
You drop the ramp and you ride the elevator down with the cargo.
Yeah.
Okay. So about this point is when the rest of the group, Druto and everyone else, exits hyperspace, and you see in front of you a gas giant looking thing. It looks like it's not that far away. You look around a bit and you can see a really like pale blue moon based on the scale that you have emerged behind. Looks like everybody else has successfully made the jump also.
Okay. I'm just going to stick information.
And Blark comes over the comms and says, all right, everybody, let's get as close to the edge of this moon as we can without exposing ourselves. Hopefully we'll hear from Ral in the next 30 minutes or so. Okay. Anything that you want to do, Geruto?
I may scan around while I'm sticking with everybody, just to see if anything pops up.
Okay.
Like what this planet we're hiding behind, I guess. Or
yeah.
So what's do I notice anything unusual about it on scans, or do I need to roll for that?
You're scanning the moon itself?
Yeah.
Just roll your sensors. We're gonna call it a easy roll. So your target will be, say, 10.
So am I rolling 2D or 2D plus mechanical or just mechanical?
If you don't have the skill, roll your mechanical.
Okay.
There's different rules for rolling.
Well, it doesn't matter.
You got a 1. You rolled a 1. The moon is smiling at you. There are different rules for scanning planets than for scanning starships or I think even asteroids or something, or like cities. Like there's different rules for them. So anyway, I'll brush up on it. You scan the moon and you get like you get basic information that looks like it probably came from the survey. It's like part of the database for that system. And there's some information in there. You don't get anything beyond the basic information, but it seems like the color of the moon is wrong.
Awesome. Which, of course, he's going to feel weird about. I don't like being so close to this. Something doesn't. I don't want to be here.
The color's wrong. Let me see. Drawing. My favorite app for the stream is drawing. I love my drawing app.
Does it let you draw?
I can draw all the things. Okay, so you've got, and this is not to scale. Okay, not to scale. So you've got the gas giant, which is the 5th planet. Your sensors tell you there's a giant number 5 on it because you rolled a 1. And the moon that you're on, that you're hiding behind, is right here, orbiting in this direction. And everybody's back here behind the moon. Okay. So you get a Blark comes on over the comms and says, "All right, we picked up a contact. Druto, you and Bronk head out and check it out. If it's what we think it is, take them out before they can send a message." And he gives you the coordinates. The coordinates are somewhere over here. It's outside of your sensors range, but apparently his ship has extended range on its sensors.
Okay.
And just for context, the sensor shadow that you guys are in runs something like this. So the contact, the thing that you're going to go investigate, is also in the shadow of this gas giant.
Okay.
In other words, you'll be able to go out there and see what it is and potentially come back, and no one would be able. Hi, can you guys still see me?
Hi.
I,
We can
no
see
one
you
would
and
be
hear you now.
to see you or something.
Yeah, it dropped for me for a second there.
Okay.
Anyway, you'll be able to go out and encounter this, whatever it is, and no signal would be able to get out to the target system where Ral headed.
Okay.
So that's the relevance of where everything is.
Okay. Druto's going to acknowledge it and then start heading out there at a good pace.
And Bronk sends you a direct comm.
With the sad droid noise.
Yeah. Okay. And Bronk comes over and he's like, "Hey, man, you know what I'm going to say, right?"
First to 4.
That's right. That's all he says. That's all he says.
Okay. I'm gonna accelerate to cruising or whatever.
Yeah, you would be at cruising.
Okay. Okay.
So the rule that I got wrong before is you can change 2 speed stages in a round of combat. So you can go from like cautious speed to like fast speed. I forget what it's called, or high speed. And then all out would be like the top speed. So if you're at a dead stop, you could go up to cruising speed. And if you were moving at all, you could go to like the next highest speed.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go as fast as I can without it being dangerous for my ship, whatever we decided that level was.
So cautious.
No. It's not that bad.
Just as a lore note, Instead of having a space of 12, you're having a space of 9 for the time being, because there's an inexplicable, almost definitely error in the rule books.
Okay.
And
I thought you were going with 6 or something.
no, you're going with 9.
Okay.
That puts you at the
Just-
same speed as Bronk.
Oh, okay. He has a 9. Okay. All
And
right.
pretty much
Gotcha.
everybody else. I think one has a 10, and then that's it. So
Gotcha.
anyway, so you'll be able to go up to cruising, but you're not in rounds right now. You're going to go up to what? High speed or flat out? Flat
going
out,
up to-
if you maintain it for, you have to maintain it for a bit before you start having to do body checks.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going to high speed. He's not that crazy. Just crazy enough to kind of get caught up in this.
Okay. So you go up to your high speed, and it looks like Bronk is doing about the same thing. You've got the coordinates for where your contacts are, and you come into about the edge of your sensor's range, and you pick it up. It looks like there's 2 targets there.
Okay.
Like
what are they? Or do I
2
need to roll?
individual sensor contacts. You're
Okay.
right out at the edge, so you don't get a lot of detail just yet. You can roll. Tell you what, we're at the cutting off point. I feel like this is a good place to stop.
Okay.
Rather than having you get into a dogfight and or having Ral starting talking to these people.
Yep.
We'll just pick up from here next time.
Okay. Something
Sounds
to look forward to.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Next time there's going to be some sort of a conflict, I think. Surely not. No.
Everyone will just hug it out.
Yeah. Ral will find forgiveness in his heart and say, you know what, man? I don't need this. You're fine. You're just fine. I'm going to go. Because that's in character.
Yeah, that's totally what he would do.
Anyway, we're going to cut it there. We're going to come back next week where they're going to do whatever it is that they're going to do. That's it. Bye, everybody.